Have you ever looked down at your plate and wondered, is this really giving my body what it needs? Not just food, but real nourishment. The kind that helps your muscles stay strong, your joints move with ease, and your energy last through the day. If you're over 60, this question isn't just about health. It's about freedom. About being able to stand from a chair without effort, to carry your groceries, to walk without fear of falling. But here's the hard truth. Many older adults in the US aren't getting enough protein, no matter how much they eat. And the result? Silent muscle loss, fatigue, weakness, a gradual decline that feels harder to stop each year. Yet, thousands of Japanese seniors are defying this decline. Into their 80s and 90s, they remain upright, independent, vibrant. Why? One hidden reason lies in what they eat, and it's not sardines. Today, we're uncovering 3 Japanese foods with up to 10 times more protein than sardines. You may never have heard of them, but they've quietly supported generations of strong, healthy elders across Japan. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why people over 60 need more protein than ever after 60, something quiet begins to happen inside the body. You may not feel it right away, but day by day, your muscles begin to shrink. This process has a name: sarcopenia. It's not a disease, it's part of aging. But it doesn't have to take over your life. Muscle loss affects more than just strength. It touches everything: how well you walk, how easily you get up from bed, how steady you feel on stairs. And here's the important part: your body becomes less efficient at using protein. That means you need more of it just to maintain the same level of strength. Think of protein like the bricks that build and repair your body. In your younger years, your body was a fast builder. Now, it needs extra bricks, more time, and better materials. In Japan, elders often eat small amounts of protein throughout the day: breakfast, lunch, dinner, even in snacks. This pattern helps keep a steady supply of amino acids in the blood, fueling muscle maintenance. Compare that to the typical American pattern: very little protein in the morning, a bit at lunch, and a heavy dose at dinner. Unfortunately, that's not how the aging body works best. The Japanese approach, rooted in the wisdom of shokuiku, shiyu, or food education, teaches that food is not just fuel. It's a form of care, of healing. And one key to that healing? The right kind of protein, at the right time, in the right form. Not just meat, not just sardines. In a moment, we'll explore 3 traditional Japanese foods that deliver this protein in powerful, natural ways, without heaviness, without side effects. Why so many Americans are protein deficient, even if they eat a lot? It's a strange thing, isn't it? In a country where food is everywhere, fast food, big portions, high protein bars, and shakes, how is it that so many older adults are still losing muscle? The answer lies in what kind of protein, how it's eaten, and how well the body can use it. First, many processed foods that claim to be high protein are actually low in usable amino acids. The protein is often combined with too much sugar, sodium, or fillers that slow digestion and blunt absorption. Second, eating large amounts of protein in one sitting, like a steak dinner, doesn't mean your body can use all of it. Especially after age 60, the body becomes less efficient at breaking down and absorbing protein in bulk. What it needs is a steady, gentle supply throughout the day. And then there's the elephant in the room: digestion. Many older adults struggle with lower stomach acid and slower gut function. This means that even if you eat protein, your body might not be able to break it down well enough to use it. That's why bloating, discomfort, or fatigue can follow heavy meals. In Japan, the elderly rarely rely on big slabs of meat. Instead, they use light, bioavailable sources of protein: fermented soy, dried fish flakes, steamed beans, served in small portions across multiple meals. This style isn't just easier to digest, it's also closer to how the aging body works best: slow, steady nourishment. You see, it's not about how much you eat, it's about how well your body can actually use it. And that's what we'll focus on next: 3 time-tested Japanese foods that deliver powerful protein your body can absorb easily. Foods that have supported strength, mobility, and clarity in seniors for generations. The Japanese secret: aging without muscle loss. In the quiet mountain towns of Japan, it's not unusual to see elders in their 80s tending their gardens, sweeping their porches, or walking briskly to the morning market. They aren't gym goers. They're not on high-protein diets, yet their bodies remain strong, balanced, and capable. So what's the secret? Much of it comes down to consistency, simplicity, and culture, not supplements or protein powders. In Japan, aging is not seen as a disease to be fought, but as a natural process to be supported. Meals are prepared with that in mind: nutrient-dense, portion-controlled, and rooted in tradition. The Japanese diet emphasizes small, frequent meals that support muscle maintenance. Naturally rich protein sources like fermented soy, sea fish, and legumes. Balanced combinations of protein, fiber, and fermented foods to enhance digestion and absorption. What's more, the Japanese approach to eating involves mindfulness and ritual. Sitting on the floor to eat, chewing slowly, expressing gratitude, all of these help engage the parasympathetic nervous system, which improves digestion and nutrient use. There's also movement, not through structured exercise, but through daily activity. In Okinawa, one of the world's longest-living regions, elders practice ikigai, a reason to wake up, to move, to care, to contribute. This daily purpose keeps the body moving, and movement helps preserve muscle. But perhaps most importantly, protein is treated as medicine, not just food. Whether it's a spoonful of natto in the morning or a sprinkle of dried fish flakes over rice, every bite is intentional. The result? A body that is gently supported rather than stressed. Muscles that are maintained through rhythm and nourishment. And lives that stretch into their 90s with strength and independence. Natto, the sticky superfood that builds strength. At first glance, natto might not seem like a miracle food. It's sticky. It has a strong, almost cheesy aroma. And its texture, slippery, stringy, unlike anything in the American pantry. But for generations of Japanese elders, natto has been a quiet protector of muscle and bone. Made from fermented soybeans, natto is incredibly rich in plant-based protein, about 18 grams per cup. But it's not just the amount that matters. It's how the body uses it. Fermentation breaks down the soybeans, making the protein easier to digest and absorb. This is especially helpful for aging bodies that struggle with digestion. In Japan, natto is often eaten first thing in the morning, when the body is ready to receive nourishment after rest. But here's where it gets even more impressive. Natto is one of the best sources of vitamin K2, a little-known nutrient that plays a huge role in moving calcium into the bones and out of the arteries. For older adults, this means stronger bones and a healthier heart. It also contains nattokinase, an enzyme that supports healthy blood flow, helping reduce the risk of clots and stiffness that come with age. Many Japanese elders mix natto with rice, a little mustard, or chopped green onion. It's eaten slowly, with gratitude, often as part of a quiet breakfast while sitting on the floor, legs folded, back upright. There's something about that moment. Calm, nourishing, grounded. And while natto may seem strange to Western taste buds, many who try it regularly begin to crave it. Not for the flavor, but for how it makes them feel. Lighter, more energized, more stable. It's not flashy. It's not fast. But like many things in Japanese longevity culture, natto works through gentle consistency. Katsuobushi, the paper-thin protein powerhouse from the sea. In Japanese kitchens, there's a sound that often signals the beginning of a nourishing meal. The quiet sprinkle of thin, fluttering flakes landing on a bowl of warm rice or soup. Those delicate slivers, they're called katsuobushi, and they hold a secret strength. Katsuobushi is made from skipjack tuna that's been simmered, smoked, dried, and aged until it becomes rock hard. Then it's shaved into ultra-thin flakes that are almost weightless, but don't let the texture fool you. These flakes are protein-dense powerhouses containing up to 75% protein by weight. That means even a small spoonful can deliver a meaningful dose of muscle-building amino acids, especially leucine, which is essential for preventing age-related muscle loss. But why do these tiny flakes matter so much, especially for older adults? First, they're incredibly easy to digest. Because the fish has been cooked and fermented through a long process, the proteins are partially broken down, ideal for aging digestive systems that can't handle heavy meat. Second, they're versatile. Katsuobushi can be added to soup, salad, rice, tofu, or even a soft-boiled egg. This makes it easy to include protein without changing your entire meal plan or chewing through large portions of meat. In Japanese tradition, katsuobushi is also the base for dashi, a light, clear broth that forms the heart of miso soup. When seniors in Japan sip dashi, they're not just warming their stomachs, they're gently fueling their muscles. There's also a beautiful practicality to katsuobushi. It stores well. It doesn't spoil quickly. It doesn't require cooking. For older adults who live alone or tire easily in the kitchen, this kind of convenience can mean the difference between eating something nourishing or skipping a meal altogether. Take, for example, Mrs. Akiyama, a 78-year-old widow living near Kyoto. Every morning, she prepares a simple bowl of rice, tops it with an egg, a splash of soy sauce, and a sprinkle of katsuobushi. It takes 5 minutes. It brings comfort. And most of all, it helps her stay strong enough to tend her small garden, her pride and joy. Katsuobushi also carries umami, that rich, savory depth that makes food satisfying. When food tastes better, we eat better. And for seniors who have lost appetite or taste sensitivity, umami can reignite the desire to eat well. Most importantly, this food comes without the burden. No bloating, no heaviness, no long cooking times, just a light addition with profound benefits. Edamame, the gentle green bean that feeds your muscles. There's something comforting about holding a warm bowl of edamame, the soft steam rising, the simple act of popping open each pod. It's almost like a meditation. But beyond the calm, these bright green soybeans offer something powerful, a complete, plant-based protein source that's kind to aging bodies. Edamame, the immature soybean harvested before it hardens, contains about 17 grams of protein per cup. Unlike many plant foods, Edamame provides all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein, just like meat or eggs. But edamame isn't heavy, it's not greasy, it doesn't leave you sluggish. That's why it's become a staple in Japanese homes, especially among seniors who want to feel light yet strong. So why is edamame such a perfect food for people over 60? First, it's incredibly digestible. Unlike red meat or poultry, edamame is soft and fiber-rich, which supports gentle digestion. Many older adults experience constipation, gas, or discomfort with traditional protein sources. Edamame helps move the gut while feeding the muscles. Second, it's rich not just in protein, but also in fiber, folate, vitamin K, and iron, all nutrients that support muscle health, bone strength, and energy production. In Japan, edamame isn't a trendy snack. It's tradition. Served warm with a sprinkle of sea salt, it often appears in the early evening, shared between family members while the television plays quietly or while catching up after a long day. Elders in Japan often keep a small bag of frozen edamame on hand. It takes just minutes to prepare, boil, steam, or even microwave. No knives, no pans, no oil. Just simple, wholesome food that works with your body, not against it. Mr. Yamamoto, a retired postman in his 80s, shares his favorite habit, steaming a bowl of edamame in the afternoon and enjoying it with a cup of green tea. It keeps my hands busy, he says with a smile, and my legs strong. Unlike high-fat meat or processed protein powders, edamame offers protein in a low-calorie, high-nutrient package. It satisfies without overfilling. It energizes without overwhelming. And the beauty of edamame is its versatility. You can toss it into salads, blend it into dips, or enjoy it on its own. Pair it with rice and miso soup, and you have a well-balanced, complete meal, easy to chew, easy to digest, easy to love. It's no surprise that edamame plays a quiet but consistent role in the longevity of Japanese elders. It's a food of the earth, prepared with care, eaten slowly and honored for what it offers: strength, support, and simplicity. Now that we've explored these 3 powerful foods, natto, katsuobushi, and edamame, let's take a closer look at how the Japanese integrate them into daily life, in ways that are sustainable, enjoyable, and deeply nourishing. How the Japanese gently weave protein into every meal. In the West, meals often follow a familiar rhythm: toast or cereal for breakfast, maybe a sandwich for lunch, and then a big portion of meat at dinner. But for aging bodies, this uneven pattern can leave muscles undernourished most of the day, and then overwhelmed at night. The Japanese approach is different. Protein isn't saved for one big meal. It's gently woven into every part of the day. Let's start with breakfast. A traditional Japanese morning might include a small bowl of rice, miso soup with tofu or a soft egg, a bit of grilled fish, and perhaps a spoonful of natto. Nothing heavy, nothing fancy, but it delivers high-quality protein, right when the body needs it most, after an overnight fast. Lunch is usually balanced and light. A simple bento box might contain steamed edamame, a slice of tamagoyaki, Japanese omelette, tofu, and a few thin slices of chicken or fish. It's not about quantity, it's about diversity, a mix of plant and animal proteins that are easy to chew and digest. By dinner, the focus is on warm, comforting foods. Soup with soft vegetables and katsuobushi-based dashi. Small plates of pickled vegetables, a bit of simmered tofu, or grilled mackerel. Meals are taken slowly, often at low tables, which encourages upright posture and mindful chewing. This way of eating does more than feed the body. It respects the rhythm of digestion. It supports blood sugar stability. And most importantly, it keeps a steady flow of amino acids in the bloodstream, essential for preventing muscle breakdown in older adults. Japanese elders rarely count grams of protein. They don't track macros or weigh their food. Instead, they build habits that support their bodies naturally, with foods that are simple, familiar, and deeply rooted in tradition. The good news? You don't need to live in Japan to benefit from this rhythm. You can start by introducing just one small protein-rich item at each meal. A spoonful of edamame with breakfast, some miso soup at lunch, a sprinkle of katsuobushi over dinner. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about small steps that nourish big changes. A Japanese-inspired meal plan for seniors in the US. You don't need to be in Tokyo or Kyoto to eat like a wise Japanese elder. With just a few simple ingredients and a gentle rhythm, you can build meals that support your muscles, nourish your bones, and bring peace to your digestion, right from your own kitchen. Let's look at a simple Japanese-style day of eating, designed especially for seniors in the US, focusing on protein that's easy to prepare, easy to digest, and comforting to eat. Breakfast, soft, savory, and grounding. A bowl of warm rice. A spoonful of natto. If you're new to the flavor, try it with a bit of mustard or soy sauce. A soft-boiled egg or small slice of tamagoyaki, Japanese rolled omelette. A cup of miso soup with tofu and chopped green onions. This breakfast may seem light, but it delivers over 20 grams of protein in a gentle, digestible form. It also sets the tone for stable energy and better focus through the morning. Lunch. Balanced, warm, and easy to chew. Steamed edamame, lightly salted. A small bowl of soba noodles in warm broth, made with dashi and katsuobushi. A side of simmered vegetables like carrots and daikon radish. A slice of grilled salmon or soft tofu for variety. This kind of lunch avoids the afternoon crash that can come with heavy meats or sugary snacks. The mix of plant and fish protein helps maintain muscle and joint health throughout the day. Dinner. Comforting, lighten, and restorative. A bowl of congee or soft white rice. Miso soup with wakame seaweed and diced tofu. A side of pickled cucumber or fermented vegetables topped with a sprinkle of katsuobushi flakes or a few thin slices of poached chicken. Dinner is all about comfort. It's warm, hydrating, and easy on the stomach, perfect for winding down and preparing for restful sleep. And remember, tea is part of the experience. A warm cup of roasted green tea or barley tea after each meal supports digestion and brings a sense of calm. In Japan, this quiet tea time is more than habit. It's a ritual of care. This kind of eating doesn't demand perfection. You don't need to copy every detail. Just begin with one small shift, adding edamame to lunch or a bowl of miso soup to breakfast. Over time, these gentle changes build strength, stability, and a deeper connection to your body. Aging doesn't have to mean giving up strength. It doesn't have to mean shrinking, weakening, or disappearing slowly from the life you love. Your body may change, but with the right nourishment, it can still carry you, support you, and surprise you. In Japan, the wisdom of longevity lives in quiet corners. A cup of miso soup in the morning, a bowl of edamame in the afternoon, a sprinkle of katsuobushi on a simple dinner. No loud promises, just consistent care. You don't need to chase trendy diets or force your body into something that doesn't feel right. What you need, what your muscles need, is protein that's kind, gentle, and real. So if today's video sparked something in you, maybe it's time to try one new thing. A spoonful of natto, a small handful of edamame, a shift toward meals that support, rather than stress, your body. Because you deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel supported. And it's never too late to begin. Thank you for watching. I would truly love to hear from you. What part of today's video stood out the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more gentle, healing videos like this. Important note: health information on YouTube is not one size fits all and is not medical advice. If you have concerns about your health, please consult your doctor or care provider. If you believe you may need urgent care, call your doctor or your local emergency number.